Hello, Mayor.
Good morning.
I appreciate you having us over here this afternoon and talking with us a little bit about some of the recent going-ons here in the community of Andalusia. We're going to specifically talk to you this afternoon about the Andala. Andala. We just had a course in this prior to videotape.
Andala is a combination of the word "and" for Andalusia and "alla" for Alabama put together. Andala. Right.
I did it. Okay. Mayor, thank you for the speech help there as well. But we remember all the hoopla that happened here a couple of years back, not in your administration, but in the other administration, where they closed the square down and they had all this hoopla with the Dukes of Hazzard people coming out there and spinning tires and signing autographs and all this other stuff with an introduction to a gentleman by the name of Jeff McClure, who is being involved with this building, and also what we know as the Timmerman Building, or the First National Bank, or the bank building, the high-rise. And all this was going on. Very positive things being talked about it. He's talked over the past couple of years about putting in a restaurant and a game room type thing, and working on the Andala Building, and I think I got it right. And doing some improvements. Now, there have been improvements made. There has been, according to our source, $230,000 in his improvements to the building with flooring, windows, and some other things that were there. The city also stepped up and spent some money.
True.
And purchased property from Mr. John Tisdale to put a parking lot in, and they also came up with extra money to fix the roof on the building.
Right.
All right, we're at a quagmire now, as I call it. Nothing's happened over there for years.
Right.
Okay, we had a Halloween event there the year before last, and that's it. That's the only activity that we have seen in that building in the time that it's been there. Can you tell us what's going on and what the city stance is now, and how you came to this?
Well, this has been going on longer than 2 years. This goes back almost probably 4 years. The city at that time entered into an agreement with Mr. McClure and his group, and that's changed as well. The folks involved in this has, I understand it, wherein the city was going to assist in securing that property and in building a parking lot so that the patrons of the business, once it got up and running, would have a place to park off the street. And in return, Mr. McClure and his group were to rehab the old Andala Building and put a restaurant in. There were some other suggestions of what might or might not go into the building. Some of that work was done. Mr. McClure and his group did do some work on the building, but it's been more than 2 years, to my knowledge, that there's been any work whatsoever done on that building. There was a written agreement reached between the city and Mr. McClure and his group, and it's my opinion that they have not lived up to what they agreed to do. And so we have given them notice that we are exercising our rights under the agreement to take the building back, to take the building into the name of the city of Andalusia. It actually is already, as I understand it, a city property. I'm not sure if it's held by the IDB but it is a historical group or something. It's owned by a city affiliated entity. I had discussions with Mr. McClure more than once, very soon after I took office, because I knew this is something we wanted to see done and need moving on. And basically his response was, well, he was just waiting for some issues related to finance. True enough, the economy crashed and we had all kind of issues along that period of time. But we've given him a year now. I've been in office a year, and no work has been done on that building. In fact, to my knowledge, no one's been in that building except us to inspect it in over a year. So we gave Mr. McClure and his group notice that we were retaking the building. We've changed the locks on it, and we have filed an action in the Circuit Court of Covington County against Mr. McClure and his group. And I don't think it's against Mr. McClure individually, but his corporate group or limited liability partnership or corporation, whatever it is. We have filed an action against them in circuit court, asking that the court define the rights of the parties in this dispute. And it's, the reason for us doing that is so that we can have clear and absolute authority as we move forward with another party trying to develop that property, if we can induce another party to come in and take the property over and continue the revitalization of it. So that suit was filed Tuesday, and so, you know, as soon as they are served, and they've got 30 days after that to file a response and all. You know how litigation is.